Hi, my name is Taylor Schmidt, and I'm going to be your host for this Tricaster TC1 tutorial. I'll be taking you through all the steps from plugging everything in to starting a new production to executing that production. Now, the first thing I'm going to be starting with is how to plug all the cables in. So let's get started on that. This is the back of the Tricaster TC1. Now I'll be going through all the ports and what cables plug into them from right to left. Starting with the power adapter. Normal AC adapter goes right in there. And then to the left of that, we have our audio in via 1/4 inch. If you want to plug in mics via 1/4 inch or an instrument, and our audio out via 1/4 inch as well. If you want to use 1/4 inch for your speaker monitors, there's also a 1/4 inch output for headphones right there. To the left of that are the inputs I prefer to use for audio, especially if you're going to be getting them from an audio crew handling it themselves via XLR, such as this, male XLR into the top one for audio in. And beneath that are the audio outs for speaker monitors. Just plug right in there. To the left of that, hidden kind of underneath this overhang, we have our HDMI port for an output for an HDMI cord, if you want to monitor your video that way. And to the left of that is a DVI port, also for output for your monitor. You can use both of these for a dual monitor output, or you can choose what you want, or you can use a DVI to HDMI, whatever works for you. And beneath that are one of the most important ports. We have the SDI ports, which are where you get your input and output for your video. And they all take SDI, low latency video. The outputs are on the bottom here. So those would go to your reference monitors, anyone that wants to see what the program looks like. And the top ones are your video in, which would go to your cameras, which you'll be getting your feed from for the video. And to the left of that, we also have the network cables, Ethernets right here. These aren't so important, but these two ports are network cables, but the right network cable is primarily for NDI and connections to other things than the internet. If you want to connect to an actual internet network, you want to use the one that doesn't have a white background on it. And then next to that, we have all of our USB ports, including a USB-C port down here. And those are where we'll plug in our switcher, our mouse, and our keyboard. Now, let's plug this in then. When you're done plugging everything in, the back of your Tricaster should look something like this. This is the front of the Tricaster TC1. It's pretty simple. Just flip open the front panel. Over here we have a couple of USB ports for exterior media, flash drives, hard drives. And over on the far left we have the power button. So let's get that started. Now, once you've turned on your Tricaster TC1, you'll need to wait for it to boot up. This will take a little bit. And you'll get this screen. Wait a few moments and we'll start the Tricaster. And this is the home screen for the Tricaster TC1. Now you can just press skip on this unless you want to see what's new. You have new session, which allows you to create a new session. I'll be going into that later. Open session, so any of your previously created sessions you can open here. You can see I have some of these. I'll go into one of those later. Add-ons. We have animation store, create animations, NDI access manager. A lot of these things you're not going to need. Virtual set manager is good for, or virtual set editor is good for creating virtual sets. There's also help, if you need any documentation help. And in the shutdown, there's also there's restart, there's shutdown, and there's also an administrator mode. The administrator mode takes you into all the specific things. You can browse the web on this, Internet Explorer specifically, but it does allow Chrome. Files on the disk, so you can see all your File Explorer data, the settings over on this side, as well as utilities such as update, entering keys, registering your system, defragmenting drives, all pretty basic things. If you're having issues with your display, come right here, display, or your network. You can configure network right here. And if you're done, you're also able to, instead of shut down, exit to Windows. Now it'll warn you, but you're still able to do so, and then you have access to Windows. I'm gonna let you, and you can find whatever you need here. Then just click this little icon down here, go back to the Tricaster, skip, and I'll show you how to create a new session. Go up to new session here, put in whatever you want your session title name to be. For this, I'll do TC1 test, your session settings. You can choose what volume it's saved to in the template. If you want to choose a template, I'm going to go with an empty template for now. And video settings. You have all your options from 4K, 60 FPS, down to 480, 60 FPS, or 720, 30 FPS. Format presets, HD, 4K, HD, SD, and video standards. You're probably going to want to keep it on this with this information, and we're going to do a 1080, 60 FPS one. And then it takes you into this live production menu right here, where you can start your live production. You're also able to go to graphics and create a live text project. This is where you would create any basic text that would go under people or anything like that. Start a little project here. And you'll see we can real quickly just type something out. Center it. And you have a quick little text. And then we just want to save the project and export all the pages. Send all pages to live as Tricaster TC1 text. Then I'll come off this title page. Now I'll just exit out of this. I've done that real quick. You're also able to look and manage your data here, any assets you have, such as sound and music, titles, stills, clips. Don't have anything in there right now. And we'll start the live production now. Now in the next video, I'm going to be showing you how to actually set up a production, go through a little sample project, and I look forward to seeing you then. All right.